219 days, 9 families. Every single one walked up to Kennel 11, looked at an 18-pound smoke gray Maine Coon with gold eyes that didn't blink, and walked away. Too wild, too intense, too much. Then one woman stopped long enough to let him look back. And what a small camera in her hallway captured at 3:07 in the morning 4 months later proved that those gold eyes had been watching for a reason the entire time. Lily was 29 years old, living alone in a one-bedroom apartment in Portland, Oregon, with a morning routine that started at 6:30 sharp and a very specific idea of what her life looked like: organized, quiet, predictable. She was a freelance graphic designer who worked from home, and she was good at being alone. At least that's what she told herself every evening while eating dinner at a desk meant for working, not for sitting with someone. She wasn't looking for a cat, she was dropping off a donation bag. On a Saturday morning in February, Lily walked into Clearwater Rescue, left a bag of supplies at the front desk, and turned to leave. She made it as far as the third row of enclosures. He was sitting in the back corner of Kennel 11, 18 pounds of dark smoke gray Maine Coon, fur so thick and layered it looked like he was wearing 3 coats at once. His face was wide and deeply furred, his ears tufted and sharp, and his eyes were a shade of gold, so bright and still, they looked less like eyes and more like something lit from the inside. He was not pacing, he was not making noise. The moment Lily appeared in his line of sight, those gold eyes found her and did not move. His card said his name was Ghost, surrendered twice, returned once. Shelter time, 219 days. The notes had 2 entries. First family, too intense. Second family, he just watches you all night. We couldn't sleep. 9 families had come in for him. 0 had taken him home. The shelter coordinator, a man named Paul, didn't wait to be asked. He is not aggressive, he said, not destructive. He just watches everything. Sits in the corner and watches the door, watches the window, watches whoever is in the room. Everyone who meets him leaves. He has been here 219 days. Lily looked at Ghost. Ghost looked at Lily with those 2 gold eyes, completely still, like he had been waiting for exactly this moment and had cleared a schedule for it. She filled out the paperwork 43 minutes later. The first week confirmed everything Paul had warned her about, and nothing else. Ghost followed Lily from room to room like a shadow follows a person on a clear afternoon. Silently, completely. He sat outside the bathroom door every morning. He placed himself on her desk between the keyboard and the monitor every time she opened her laptop, not blocking the screen entirely, but making his position clear. He knocked her coffee mug off the kitchen counter every single morning at 6:31, one deliberate tap with one deliberate paw, and watched it fall with the same unreadable expression he gave everything. She bought a replacement. He knocked that one too. By the end of week 1, Lily had accepted that her morning coffee would always begin on the floor, that the bathroom was a shared space with no exceptions, and that Ghost had strong feelings about all of this that were not open for discussion. But here is what nobody tells you about a Maine Coon with gold eyes that never look away. They aren't watching you because they find you interesting. They're watching you because they have already decided you matter. Ghost had made that decision in Kennel 11. He had no plans to revise it. 3 weeks after the adoption, Lily had a terrible night. A brand identity project she had spent 6 weeks building was rejected by the client at 11:52 p.m. in a 3-line email. She read it twice, closed her laptop, and sat down on the kitchen floor with her back against the cabinet. Ghost appeared from the hallway without a sound. He walked directly to her, stepped onto her lap with his full 18 pounds, and sat down facing the kitchen doorway. His back was warm against her chest, his tail wrapped once around her left wrist. He stayed there for 51 minutes. He did not move until she did. Lily sat on that kitchen floor, and for the first time since moving into the apartment alone, it did not feel like something was missing from it. If you have been watching this far but haven't subscribed yet, that honestly stings a little. Hit subscribe. You're going to want to see what happens next. From that night on, a routine formed without anyone designing it. Every morning at 6:28, 2 minutes before the alarm, Ghost would walk from the foot of the bed to Lily's pillow, place one paw on her cheek, and stare at her from 4 inches away until she opened her eyes. It was not gentle, it was not optional. She threw away the alarm clock after the 3rd week. Every evening when Lily came home, Ghost was at the door, not pacing, not making noise, sitting in the hallway, those gold eyes in the dark, watching the entrance like he'd known to the minute when she was coming back. 4 months after the adoption, on a Wednesday night in June, Ghost woke her at 3:07.
not by making noise. He placed both front paws on her chest and pressed down with his full 18 pounds until she was awake. The moment she opened her eyes, he stepped off, walked to the bedroom doorway, and stopped. He looked back at her, then at the hallway, then at her again. He did not move until she followed. He led her to the kitchen. She stood in the dark and listened. Nothing. She didn't smell anything unusual. Ghost had positioned himself directly in front of the cabinet beneath the sink, those gold eyes fixed on the bottom of the door without blinking. She opened the cabinet. The supply pipe beneath the sink had been slowly separating from its fitting for weeks. Water had been collecting inside the cabinet wall, invisible, silent, soaking into the subfloor. Another few days and the damage would have reached the electrical junction behind the kitchen wall. The plumber, who came the next morning, went quiet for a moment when he saw it. He said these things move slowly and then all at once. He said the subfloor damage alone would have been thousands of dollars. He said it was a good thing she had caught it when she did. Lily stood in her kitchen and looked at Ghost, sitting on the counter, those gold eyes watching her with the same calm attention they had given her since the first day. The same cat 9 families said was too much to live with. The same 219 days of nobody. Those gold eyes had been watching everything the whole time, including things she did not know to look for. Ghost is 2 years old now. He still knocks the coffee mug off the counter every morning at 6:31, without a single exception. He still sits at the door every evening before Lily comes home. He still completes one silent circuit of every room in the apartment every night before settling at the foot of her bed. Lily installed a small camera in the hallway 6 months ago, out of curiosity. She checked the footage on a Sunday morning, 3:07 a.m., every single night. Ghost walking his rounds, every door, every window, every corner, then back to his place. He has been doing this since the first night he came home. When a cat watches something you cannot see, do not dismiss it. They are reading the world in a frequency we stopped listening to a long time ago. That is their world. Respect it, trust it. And if someone tells you a cat is too wild to bring home, ask them what they missed because they didn't stop long enough to look back. Ghost waited 219 days for someone who would hold his gaze instead of turning and walking away. Lily was the one who didn't walk away. Would you keep a cat that 9 families said was too intense to live with? Tell me in the comments.